just because he's got two buttholes. That's double the pleasure. SCP is not all criminals. I thought the whole point was that they're all in like prison and then you read their backstory. I don't know. I don't get it. I've asked my chat a million times what it is, and they're like, it's basically anime, and then the numbers are the identifiers of who's who. It's like something something protocol. Finish your latest Black Ice video and finally get to watch your stream. Thanks. Why are you thanking me? I
I
should be
just love
thanking you
dicks,
for
bro.
watching everything. Thanks for sub unnoticed. D class or criminals slash kidnap people. I don't know what that means. SCP secure, contain, protect. Oh, I thought it was protocol. I don't remember. No one ever said it was anime. You said it was, and we said it's not. Dude, I don't know. It's a bunch of like fucking figurines and boxes, and then you click on them or something. SCP. Isn't it? I remember seeing a photo that like was trying to explain it, and it basically like it showed like hundreds of them in just boxes, and then you like click on them and you can see what their backstory is. Although looking it up is not helping. Every single photo is so different. One of them is Roblox. Thank you. What is that? Ranch? I'll try it. So this is what SCP is, huh? So Roblox characters fighting what looks like a Bionicle? So it's just Roblox versus Bionicle. That's the lore. Honestly, the weirdest crossover of our generation, but I'm kind of for it. Okay. SCP Foundation finds anomalies, which are things that weird. They can range from God to a bathroom that has cockroaches that eat people. See, with explanations like this, you expect me to understand. It's basically just all fan fiction of literally whatever you want, and then you just give it a number. That's what you're telling me. Thoughts on ranch? I normally don't like ranch. I think. I don't know. It's hard to remember what I've actually tried and don't like, and what I used to always just say, no, I don't like that, because I was a picky eater. Modern Warfare 2 beta release on PC. Will you stream Modern Warfare 2? Might stream it today, but we'll see. Which number is the concrete humanoid that you have to have two people in the room with at all times, otherwise it can't, otherwise it can move? So, okay, first off, my first point that I'm about to bring up is why? And then my second point is, but actually, why? Like, why do people care about these stories? And second off, why are they even a thing? Blue cheese has mold in it. Isn't all cheese just mold? Can't remember. There's one SCP that is endless psyche. See, this I don't get this. Like, if it's like comic books, okay, you got heroes, you got like villains, you got the typical structure. That makes sense. You got movies, you know, you have a story and it finishes, and each movie is kind of its own thing. They're not related in any capacity. And you got this SCP shit, which is like, oh, either you have like a rock that will diddle your kids if you leave the room, or you have an endless IKEA. Like there's zero connection between the two. Like why? But Josh, I just don't understand why. Like why is it all like an SCP thing, but none of them are related to each other? What you'd be describing is like it's hard to make a perfect analogy for this, but it'd be like if I bought Legos and then I also bought Mega Blocks and expected them to work together. It's like they're just completely different things. So I don't understand the point. It's about a foundation that tries to contain things that are not normal. Hmm. So, and also someone said they're all villains. So I was right in what I originally said when people said I was wrong. I was like, they're all like kid diddlers or whatever. And people are like, no, they're stories. It's like, well, so they're all villains. I don't know. I don't get it. This is a struggle. They're not all villains. Someone literally just said they were. You guys can't even keep your stories straight. You're just boring. Sorry that I like things that make sense, Chinley. You must be fun at parties. If someone's not making sense, yeah, I'm gonna call them out. Listen to what I'm saying. So, there's this universe where one of them is a rock guy who will snap your neck if you look away from him. And in that same universe, one creature is somehow an IKEA. This creature has taken the form of a Swedish furniture shop. Okay, sure. Not to mention they somehow contained an IKEA. Whatever. I was younger, I wrote a story about a group of superheroes with pointless powers. Like one could clap and all the windows in his vicinity would be cleaned. Why? Because why not? I mean, I'm saying you can do it, but even in that case, Hannah, you're kind of explaining yourself. The story technically has no point because you have superheroes that can't do anything. So there is no point to the story, which would then make it, no offense, a bad story. I mean, you love stories about Perseus and Zeus, a god who hurls lightning. That doesn't make sense. I mean, are the people in this SCP thing? Well, actually, no, it doesn't even make sense. Because you're trying to compare it to like stories of mythology where they're literal gods who have any power they want and they rule over humans, versus this thing where you're saying a foundation contains these godlike creatures, bro. In Greek mythology, humans aren't like capturing Zeus in a little box and then making him a hamster. Bad comparison. Try again. You're actually so annoying. Sorry for trying to make sense of it. You tell me how you contain an IKEA. Also an endless IKEA, which is forever expanding, and somehow they contain that in a box. I didn't ask to be logical. I was just born this way. SCP Foundation isn't trapping shit in boxes, it's all made up stories for people to read. But you literally said the whole purpose of it is that they're capturing these villains. Some are docile, some are killers or whatever. So the whole point is that this foundation goes around capturing them and then has these stories about them. How the fuck do you capture an endless IKEA? Is it like the Blue's Clues house? Just like this little triangle basically, and then you walk inside and it's massive? Chat really coming at me when they're the ones not making any sense. It's fine. Blue's Clues made more sense than SCP. It's fiction. Yeah, but even fiction gets boring when it doesn't make sense. That's why Superman is the worst fucking hero in the world. A man who's invincible to literally everything, except for the one thing that there's supposed to be a very rare amount of, but somehow finds its way into literally everyone's hands. It's like, man, good thing his only weakness is kryptonite, which, thank God his home planet, which had all the kryptonite in the universe, exploded and you'll never find it again. Oh, what's that? Every single person has a ring made of kryptonite? Crazy. It's just bad writing. There's bone crumbs everywhere. Why am I aiming? I don't even have my hands on my keyboard. We got Granny Gumdrop again. Oh, and we got SCP again. Chat, you guys want to tell me the story of SCP? The random nonsensical stories. Oh my god, I almost walked into that shot.
I just love Dexter.
Oh, you can't break that. Man just blew himself up.
Walked into. Nice. I think breach is massive.
I get lost.
Yeah, walked in breach is dead. White window. Or not white window, but the big ass window.
Not the big ass window.
Nice.
I think if it gets let's see. My Christian play with his plastic brick and believe his stories about gods and snake women will stick to our SCPs. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not saying you can't enjoy it. I'm just saying it doesn't make any sense. But But this is also coming from Josh, who watches anime, so he loves seeing when like a random schoolboy falls in love with or not even schoolboy, a random employee at his dead-end job falls in love with a 5,000-year-old dragon. It actually is like a little girl, but don't worry, because it's a 5,000-year-old dragon, it makes the relationship not weird. And he watches all this while he fondles his second butthole. True story. Watch anime like that all. Don't you have anime profile? Oh no. Right now you have the... Who is it? Christian Bale? American Psycho? I feel like at some point you've had an anime profile photo.
Yeah, I am.
Who can control the weather? But he can't. He can make it thunder and lightning. That's about it. The thing I just find so weird and unbelievable about the SCP stuff is like the scale. None of it relates to one another. In one story you have a rock figure who snaps people's necks, and the other one you have an endless IKEA that somehow the endless IKEA is an entity that takes the form of a killer. At least in Greek mythology, you're either a god, a demigod, or a human. That's all there is to it. The one thing I'll give you is that there is an instance where Zeus takes the form of a golden shower. So, I'll give you that one. That one's weird.
Blue stairs. Right outside.
Pretty sure he's like literally a golden shower head.
Blue stairs.
That way he can bathe a woman naked. Oh, Greek mythology.
It's right under default now. Maybe on like
I just love dicks, bro.
They will peek me.
Then grab deep.
right side there.
Somehow they cross. I didn't see them cross.
You picked it up now. Yeah.
Then we go to Zeus, see a lion building and a spider in the other. They're both entities that are completely different, but they're in the zoo together. Okay, but then how come when I said they get locked up in a box or whatever, you're like, no, that's not how it works. These are just stories. See, now you're not making any sense. So I was like, oh, you know, they capture them, and these other stories are like, no, they don't. So how can it be a lion and a spider at a zoo if those are captured? Make it make sense. Thanks for some woozy blueberry with the 5 months. That's what I'm telling. I'm trying. Once you start making sense, then it'll make sense. How's my food? It's good. I have not watched The Boys. I kind of want to, because it seems like it's up my alley. A show that shows how superheroes aren't actually heroes and they're just assholes. And my shtick. I want to watch it with Annie, but I think it's so boy humor that she won't like it. Because we are watching What We Do in the Shadows, and a decent amount of it is boy humor, and she's like, oh, boy humor. Get some food, fuck you, okay. Yeah, the gore also would not help with Annie not wanting to watch it. Why are we arguing the merits when you don't know anything about the O5 council? What is the O5? The original 5? All I'm saying is dumb. Is weird. Also did not realize I had that many SCP fanboys in my community. They've literally never once talked about this until I started shit talking, and then suddenly they're the world's biggest fans. Split. They just grenade themselves? No.
Twitch is 20 health.
She's none now. Or
Mm.
very little.
O5 or the 12 lead. Bro, why are they called the O5 then? This is just like when me and Annie watched Turning Red. And the person is called, or the, what's it called? The group is called Four Town, but there's 5 of them. Make them the O12. Everything you said was stupid. Yeah.
Linkage.
It's like if someone told you Siege is just League of Legends but boring. I'd say they're right. It is a hero game, but probably less action than a League of Legends game. So thank you for proving my point. At least in the NHL original 6 with 6 teams. And even the hockey bros know how to compete better than the... What do you even call this? Anime? Hentai? Fanfic? People? Thanks for sub risen danger. Not gonna lie, chat. I edited my Ash video yesterday. I was like, I've been recording this for like a week. I have so many successful rushes. Like, this is gonna be a good video. I edited it all, and it was like 14 minutes long. I'm like, what the fuck? It's so short. It's supposed to be like 20 minutes long. Did not get as many as I thought I did. Or, are you? Did I ever think? Yeah, I think Risen Danger. Love hentai, of course you do, Peter. Bagel sandwich slaps right now. What's on it? I think one of my favorite things ever now. What do they call them? Lox bagels or whatever? Cream cheese and lox bagels. Those are so fucking good. Annie made Annie made this like cream cheese dill type mix thing. It's so good. It's an amazing spread. And puts on like a bagel with smoked salmon. Oh my
right now.
god. Just like cream everywhere. Well, I'm in a very compromised position.
You died downstairs?
I didn't really just say you died downstairs. Bro, we rushed down main. What do you expect from me? Philadelphia sushi rolls? I don't know what that is. O5 means overseer 5. Their clearance level for information is the highest in the foundation. Yeah, but there's 12 of them. It's like 4-star general, there's more than 4 generals. No, there isn't. Lemon avocado and
Got
cream
any intel?
cheese. I probably like that. For some reason I saw Hannah's name again, and I thought it was like other Hannah. Although you guys have like the same name color, so it's not really surprising that I mixed that up.
Killer. You're dead.
Real talk though, hasn't there only been like
One blue.
5 4-star generals?
Last one's on ping by the mirror.
It's not too crazy to say. This at this point. Who was it? There's like a U.S. president who was famous for being a 4-star general or whatever, and there's like so few of them. U.S. president who was a 4-star general? Ulysses S. Grant. U.S. 4-star generals. I remember reading something there like there's very few. Or maybe it's like very few active.
Nice try.
Oh no, it says there's 43 active right now. There's 254 total? What the fuck? Can't be that high of a rank. 254 people. It's like my graduating class. Yeah, I still maintain that 05 is a dumb name for 12 people. Just call yourself the council at that point. Oh, Eisenhower as well. Dude, I don't know. U.S. topography. All I know about the U.S. is 2 things. They got guns, and they got no health care. And they go broke from the health care. I guess that's a 3rd thing. That's all I know about the U.S.
I just love dicks, bro.
Hi.
Thank you for the 2 months skin. That's the clearance level. Still, there's 12 of them. Accurate. Man, there was a Reddit post today where a guy posted, he's just like, this is the medical bill. It was like bill. He's like, this was the mildly interesting subreddit. He's like, this is the medical bill we received after taking my daughter to the hospital. And it was like $95,000 before insurance, and then apparently it was like $25,000 after insurance. Like, bro, I can't imagine going to the hospital and basically putting down a car payment to get treatment. Like, that's fucking insane. Why don't I pistol? Or not even a car payment. They're literally paying for a car just to get health care. That's fucking insane.
Smoke is in office. He's still back there. Shot my drone.
That's... I want to throw the grenade from below, but I honestly don't trust myself to do that right now.
2 in main stage.
I can get this shit off the wall.
Can't get on top of that apparently. Unfortunate for him.
Ruby's attic.
Attic.
Called him an addict.
She
One
crossed.
bedroom. She's dead.
On the left.
Bunk beds.
Easy. Those often get reduced by a lot. Yeah, I know you can like basically. It's so weird. So I've talked to people about this before, and I've heard Americans say that they find it weird that you could haggle for like a cheaper price on produce or food in different countries. Because in the US, it's like whatever is there is the price you pay. In the US, it's the opposite. So it's like in these other countries, you haggle for food, you haggle for whatever you want to buy on the street or at a market, whatever you haggle. And then when you go to the hospital, you just get everything treated and it's covered. And in the US, it's the opposite. You haggle at the hospital to get your bill reduced, but then you pay whatever the price is at a grocery store. Reverse. Yeah, I know, impulse. The US is fucking weird. Yesterday I was talking to the content creators, and Evan was talking about how he had to like,
I just love dicks,
or
bro.
Evan and Roy were talking about medical stuff. Roy talked about copay. I was like, I have no idea what a copay is. You had to kind of explain it to me. I've had it explained before, but I always forget because that's not a thing here.
I just love dicks, bro.
Thank you, Ben, for converting your sub. Thank you for 7 months, Thirster Shooter. They kind of explained what copay was to me, and then they explained how much it costs to get like a doctor's appointment, stuff like that. Like, this is so fucking weird. Never would have that here. And then Evan's like, well, yeah, it's because you guys actually have like a medical system that works. And I was like, Evan, move here. I was like, we got room. You can stay with us. I got gigabit internet. Life's great here. And then he was asking about taxes and like how much I pay in taxes. And I was like, oh, for like what I have set up, it's like a 15% tax rate, which I think is really good because they all seemed flabbergasted by it. But I was like, they're also Americans, so they could be just confused at how high it is or also how low it is. Who knows with US taxes? I assume it was still that like 15% is low even for the US. When do people just pay that stuff without calling? They do, and they're called rich people, Peter. You know what was like the one thing that made me really realize how fucked up the medical system is in the US? It's I mean, you guys will probably agree if you've seen it. Scrubs, the TV show. Because I never realized, like in the show, they have the, like, what is he, lead doctor of the hospital? I don't know, he runs the shit. And he's constantly just looking for ways to like maximize profit and just like does not care about anything else but making money. He's basically Mr. Krabs of that show. And I always thought it was like kind of a played up character, and then you realize like it's actually true. It's very real. There's Nico and Dimas into not realizing. I mean, to be fair, that like 15% is based off of like a way that I'd go about reducing my taxes. That's not like if I were to just have straight income, my tax bracket would be like 40%. Was it Dr. Kelso? I couldn't remember. I have to pay property tax on my car each year in Virginia. Bought a new car. It was $800 for the year. Wait, why do you have to pay property tax on your car? What? Makes no sense. Yeah, I heard about that, Jack. Because you own it. What? Okay, I need more answers than that. I don't pay taxes on my car. That's the law in Virginia. Homes, cars, boats, and jet skis. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. like when you buy the car, you have to pay taxes. But like, are you guys are saying like a yearly tax, right? Like how you pay property taxes on your house. It is the dumb thing. Well, some people try to make it seem like this is normal. That is not normal. That's really fucking weird. The most we have to do is, I think most countries have this at this point, is you have to go get like a sticker for your license plate, and you have to renew that sticker every like 2 years, like 240 bucks every 2 years. And it's basically to like keep like the registration of the vehicle up to date, I think. And sometimes they'll be like, oh, your car's this old or this model, you need to go in to get like an emissions test to make sure like, you know, conforms. Or taxpayer. It's so weird. That is insane. And if you sell it, that's even weirder. I know I was talking a lot there, but I swear I did not hear anyone break this. Am I crazy? Like, I heard the debris falling, and that's why I came down to look. I was like, but no one broke anything, so how'd they even break, or how'd the debris fall? When did that happen? I don't know. I looked at the drone as soon as the sledge peeked me. Sad timing. Get a gift over a certain amount, you have to pay taxes on it. I think that's normal. There's exemptions, obviously, but I always kind of have every guy wrapped around their finger in this community, because every guy in this community is a fucking loner, and she's a girl, so no offense, Hannah. But you look in chat, you see the guys who actually have girlfriends or fiancés or are married. All of them are fine. Or the ones who can get girlfriends, they're fine. The ones who can't, they simp hard. If you're clever, you can get around some of it. Back in the day, my dad sold me my car for $1. So my property tax on the car was % of the total of the bill of sale, so I had to pay a few cents every year. Interesting. Choose not to get a girlfriend, thank you. Actually not, cat. Wait, Silencio, you have a fiance and you're simping for Hannah? Bro. Yikes. Monogamy's for poor people. Isn't it the opposite? Monogamy is for rich people. Because if you're monogamous and you can afford to, like, pay rent and, or, like, have a house together and, like, pay for your cars, then you're well off. Polygamy is for the poor people, because, like, bro, we can't afford anything. We need to get as many people in on this deal as possible. It's basically a pyramid scheme. The more people you get involved in it, the cheaper everything becomes, and you just share money. more money you have, the more options. If you're broke, no one wants you. I don't know, man. Like, okay. No offense when I say this, but when we were at the Pride Parade and the polygamy crowd was coming by, I looked at it and I was just like, this is exactly, you know, the people you'd expect to be polygamous. If that makes sense to you guys. Should have fired closer left. I thought he was still further back. Cannot buy a kill this round, or this game. Yeah. When I saw that, I was just like, you know, that's the type of person being polygamous. I was like, it makes sense. They're trying to get as many options as possible. Peter's saying the opposite. If you're ugly, you have to be monogamous. Alright, a little bit. Oh no.
How the fuck did you go in your camp?
He actually lost that because he went on cams and then took like 3 seconds to get off of it. Oof. That's it's a little bit of a yikes. I have an idea of what I want to do. Polygamy and polyamory are two different things. Do you mean polygamy or polyamory? I think they had both crowds, and both of them looked the same way. I remember we made 2 jokes about it at 2 different times. They both, again, it was like, it'd be like the same thing as you being like, this is exactly what I'd picture a Redditor to look like. Same vibe.
I just love Dex, bro.
Thanks for sub-secrecy. Too long. That was not in the right spot. Secrecy. I get the name VG Rockwall from. Basically, wow. The glass is still up. But it was after I jumped out. I'm just gonna run back in, don't mind me. Ooh, there was someone inside. Where'd you come from? There's an office, unfortunate. I should have gone for the C4. But then I was like, I wanted to break the barricade to do that. I feel like I should just stop yellow pinging because no one ever responds to my yellow pings, but if I don't yellow ping them, people die. I was right. There's a light inside the gun, Jamie. answer it? I said wow. Didn't I? I'm like 99% sure I followed or finished that thought of saying it was from WoW. Do a nook push again. Hmm. Can't tell if that's like... I scraped my wrist rock climbing not too long ago, and I can't tell if that's like another cut that I dragged across it, or if it's infected. Might be dying. Oh, I did not bad. I did answer it? I knew it. Someone else's, I heard it. My wedding? Actually, we don't know. We just said anywhere between May to August of next year. A pretty wide range. I'm confused. Did they remove Alibi's passive? I'm pretty sure I just saw Alibi's icon when she ran out. Oh. I guess. Why do I need to rush? My teammates are doing it for me.
Piano.
I did 10 damage? Wait, what?
Downstairs. It's bathroom. Sophia, look out. Cross.
I'm so confused. I hit them what looked like in the head, even in the replay, and I did 10 damage to them. Even with the silencer, well, the silencer doesn't even reduce it anymore. But I'm pretty sure the FMG9 does 30 damage. How did I do 10? I'm so confused. Even if you hit an arm, didn't hit through anything, because I was shooting right into the air, basically. I'm so confused. Leg shot? It was there when he stood up. You saw the blood come out of his face. I don't get siege. Should I load up some COD? Give it a try today? It could. I know Kit said he'd be down to play this weekend. But he won't be free until like Saturday, Sunday. Let's see. Maybe shoulder shot? A shoulder shot would do more than 10 damage. Like shoulder is part of the body, which does, actually does it count? I think anything like here and up counts the body, but I could be wrong. It should all count as the same thing. Even then, even if it was just an arm shot, that wouldn't do less than 10 damage. Should do more than that, but... Oh, maybe I'm missing something. Imagine if I hit him.
Bathroom. Ledge to your left. Rotate all, rotate all.
You know I shouldn't have listened to the call because I knew they weren't through the rotate hole. I only listened because I was like, oh, I must have missed something. There was no reason for me to peek that. Well, to be fair, Scuff, Peter's having just a shake because he's cutting calories. You're probably just having yogurt because you already drank a bottle of wine, so you're too drunk to make anything else. My game crashed. If I get an abandon penalty for this, I'm gonna be upset. Not today. Sorry. It's just usually like a 90% accuracy if you just say, oh, Scuff had a bottle of wine today. If PC tell me to play COD, maybe. I think I'll go play regardless of whether I crashed or not, or whether I got banned or not. What can I do in the beta? Like, what is open to me? Game's loading. Did I pre-order? No. But because I'm a content creator, I get stuff for free, so. I know we're good. Do I play it? You know what? Sure. Let's try something new today. Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2. Title still stands. Loading up. Stuff for free. Peter, I can get you a code for free. I have one extra. Let's see where your allegiance stands. I got a warning saying that my video cards are out of date. My drivers are out of date. Free stuff is sick. It's like, I think it was Drew. Every time he joins chat, if he doesn't have, or back then when he didn't have a sub, and he was just a pleb, he'd be like, plebs, let's rise up. Like, gang, gang. And then someone would gift him a sub, and he'd immediately be like, fuck you guys, I'm out of here. Oh. I can't play it. I have to update my video card drivers before I play, and I can't do that while I'm streaming. Viewer count dropping. Okay. Thanks for letting us know, man. I was definitely eagerly awaiting to hear that. So, I can't, Can't play it. Already closed Siege. What happened? What will happen if I try to update my drivers while I'm streaming? Let's find out. Yeah. Oh, wait, I don't need to do this. Computer's gonna explode, maybe. Maybe. Alright. We're gonna find out. I genuinely do not know what's gonna happen. I assume it's gonna be like, hey, you have to close OBS so that you can do this. I'm gonna be like, no, and then it's just gonna go back to normal, so. Let's find out. Because I'm streaming on my GPU, so. If stream goes down, just know that, I love you. I'll never forget you. Can play for a bit. Okay, I have to update my drivers, so we'll see what happens here. Express installation. I'm so excited to find out if it just crashes stream or not. It should. Chat, just remember, I'll be back if it does crash stream. Okay, load up in the meantime. Even if it crashes stream, I'll just close stream and then restart. It'll suck, but whatever. I'll try dipping this in ranch. I'll be an explorer today. Yeah. Oh. That's what ranch tastes like? Ugh. Oh, that was gross. Why do people like that?